Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking in with me. I just wanted to touch base with you guys about discussions and conversation tactics. And it lends itself well to facilitating, which is what I'm assuming everybody will eventually be doing in some way, shape, or form. So I'm looking at your discussions this week, and everybody's starting to really jump in there a lot earlier. So thanks for that. I'm really excited to see that. I think that's fantastic. It opens up so many avenues for conversation. And I'm also seeing a lot of you starting to add some questions at the end of your post to try to reel in your group mates and your classmates to get them engaged in conversation. So good job. That's awesome to see. But a lot of them I'm seeing are still yes or no. So I want to talk to you real quick about how we can broaden our conversation tactics. Open-ended questions can be super duper weird if you're not used to doing it, but let's break that apart a little bit. So if you're engaged in conversation and you ask somebody a question that negates the possibility of a yes or a no, what happens to that conversation? Where does it go? Where can you take it? A lot further than if you just ask a yes or a no. So let's think about, let's say you're in a family situation, because everybody's been in a family situation where they're maybe talking to somebody that they're stuck talking to. Maybe you don't really want to be there. You're at a family function and you're at grandma's house and you're in a buffet line and you just want to get to the potato salad, but you're stuck talking to your cousin Sally, whom you haven't seen in a good long while, and you don't have anything to say to her. But you have heard over the course of the day that Sally started a new job. So you could say to her while you're looking to see how much potato salad is left in the lineup, you could say, "Hey, Sally, do you like your new job?" Maybe that's all you want. Maybe you just want that yes or no answer. Maybe you don't want to engage. But if you do want to engage, like maybe in our discussion post, or if you're facilitating and you want to get information from your students, open that up. Don't just ask yes or no. Say something like, "Sally, I hear you started a new job. What was the most challenging aspect of starting that new job?" So now she's got a lot more to think about. Now she has a lot of different ways that she can take that conversation. You can learn something from Sally. You can take it deeper. You can pass the time while you're waiting for Uncle Bob to not take all the potato salad. So that's kind of an example of what you can do with an open-ended question. So it can be really weird if you're not used to doing it. I'm going to step back in time a little bit and tell you a little bit of a story. When I was in my first year university taking my Bachelor of Education degree, I was in my first year psychology class. And my prof was a little bit of she was an odd duck, I will say, I'll put it that way. But she had some super cool things that we had to do. And one of them was a series of social experiments. So she gave us some ideas and then encouraged us to come up with our own. And so one of them, I went to a kids sporting event. This is way before I had kids. I went to a kids sporting event and I cheered at the most wrong, inappropriate times. Like they're all, I don't know, they're in a timeout. And I'm like, yeah! And the purpose of it is to examine what's your reaction to that? How do you feel about that situation, as well as how do other people feel? It was a psychology course, right? But another one that was a really good experiment and it really stuck with me was I entered an elevator and I stood the wrong way. So I'm facing everybody and I'm just standing there looking at everybody. Now that is weird. And it allowed me to really break out of my shy, uncomfortable self, because I used to be kind of a shy person. I'm not now, I know, clearly. But it really forced me to grow as a person. And I think that allowing yourself to really explore those open-ended questions, it will help you to grow as a facilitator as well, because you'll get so much more out of your students and so much more out of every conversation that you engage, in which you engage. You'll get so much more. And it helps in all aspects of your life, right? It'll help you in an educational setting. It'll help you when you're at work if you're trying to understand more about a project. Asking an open-ended question allows for more information to come your way. So I'm at 4.5 minutes. I'm going to sign off and say thanks for all of your efforts this week, everybody. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I am here to help. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.